Good day, Sail Wars fans. I'm Sandy Pondwater coming to you from the EC12 Nationals in the Villages in the great state of Florida, where they will be racing EC12s today. Let's get to meet our sailors.
I'm Alex, sail number 105. Hoping that I sail as good as I did, yesterday and the first day. Biggest rival is probably my dad, typically, and just trying to do the best I can today.
Hi, my name's Dave. My sail number is 05 from Annapolis, Maryland. And just want to sail consistently, stay out of trouble.
Okay, I'm from the Woodlands, Texas. My sail number is 10, and I'm having a blast. I wish there was more wind like Texas.
I live locally in the Villages. My number is 14. I have 14 on all my boats. My biggest rival here is the guy that's probably going to win it, Peter. Good, yeah, number 14. Second is Alex, lovely young lad, he's son of David. My wife is my other competitor over here. She stole my reserve boat, and hers is also called Ratbag. I think that is my nickname. So look it up on Google, and you'll see what they talk about. Okay.
My name is Liz. My sail number is 217, which coincidentally is Liz upside down. So I'm happy sailing with that. I have a great time here. Enjoying every minute. Hope to repeat what happened on the first day, which is that I have a win. So a first place again will be an absolute treat.
My jib number is 187. This is my actual first regatta, so I'm learning so much from the first 2 days, and I'm looking forward to learning some more today.
Good morning, my name's John. This is my boat number 45. It's an EC12. My biggest rival really is me out here, because the game is like a chess game, and you just have to put yourself in a good spot and stay out of trouble with people and not get tangled and things like that. And if you can do that, you can have a good chance to finish in the money. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I've worked myself up through the fleet a little bit yesterday, and I'm in 5th, and I've got a chance maybe to get a 4th if I have a good day. It'll be fun.
My name is Doug. My jib number is 49, and as well as my partner over there, Rick, my biggest competition is me. I'm new to this, so I probably the biggest thing I'm getting out of this entire event is being able to watch the guys that really do it well, so I can try to emulate that moving down the road.
Good morning, my name is Rick. I'm with jib number 35. My chief rivals, myself. I've not had a very good regatta. I've had a couple of failures and masting and just rigging issues, but otherwise I'm here to have a great time and look forward to just going after it, because I only have one way to go, up.
I'm Joe Walter. 24 is my boat number.
What's the matter with you?
I'm the class secretary
What's the matter with you?
for the EC12 class, at least for the next 4 hours, in which I will be retiring. Yay!
What's the matter?
And I sailed very badly, but I enjoyed the heck out of it. And next time I'll do better.
Okay, I'm Frank. This is boat number 69. I call it Magic. I've been doing this for about 5 years. Today my biggest competitors are going to be the guys from my home club, which are Tom Phillips and Joe. And pretty much so, the one thing I like about this boat is that I've decided that every time I win or get into a fleet, I'm going to make a donation to St. Jude, and I have St. Jude on my cover. Other than that, it's just a fun sport.
Hi, my name's Tom. I'm from St. Augustine, Florida. My jib number is 65. I've been doing this since like 1978, which made me make me the oldest one around here doing it.
Good morning. My name is George. Sail number on my boat is 2200. It's a big number, so I can kind of identify my boat, because it has bigger numbers than other boats, but I still miss it sometimes. And really enjoy the sailing, competitors, people, and the challenges, setting up the boat and trying to sail it well. The biggest enemy is me, making mistakes.
And what was your?
I've been doing this for 15 years, I'm 84 years old, and I hope I can keep doing it. Thank you.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Scott. My sail number is 74. My goal today is to stay in the A fleet. Thank you.
Stay tuned at the end of this race for a great interview with our race director. Now let's go racing.
15 seconds.
This is race 13 of the final day. A fleet is on the water.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there they go. What a great start. It appears pretty clean. I didn't see anybody bouncing off each other. Nobody went across the line. Great start. And right off the bat, number 405 is in first place. Watch out for that mark, Joe. As we see number 405 tack, he is going way out. About the direction he was facing is where the first mark is. Way out there, a little bit off to the right. There it is. It's a bright red mark. They're going to go out and turn that to port. But look out! We almost have a collision. That was a close one. These sailors use lots of tactics and strategy. Now remember, if the main sail is over the left side of your boat, that's considered you being on starboard and you have the right of way over somebody on port, which means that their sail is over the right side of their boat. That's one of the beautiful things of RC sailing. There are so many rules to learn and so much strategy that goes into a race. These are such beautiful boats. And an EC12 is great because if and when you lose the wind for a few seconds, the weight and its momentum takes it forward until you can get another gust. And number 105, Alex, is the first around the second mark. Now he's headed downwind. Now in this race course today consists of no gates. We have 2 marks at each end of the course. They are going to do 2 laps and then they finish in the middle. And look at that, Joe is challenging. Alex has about a 4 boat length lead. We almost had a collision there. The boats are really moving. As you can see, the fleet caught up to number 105, and that happens a lot. Sometimes a puff of wind comes from the back of the fleet, and it blows the fleet right up to where the leader is. Look how close the fleet is. fleet is getting pretty close, and look out. Number 65, Tom, is hit by number 14, Alan. Number 65, Tom, then turns into number 24, Joe. Let's see that from a different angle. You see, it kind of caused a chain reaction. Now remember, all three of them were on the same tack. So then the priority goes to the boat that was leeward. Leeward means downwind. Sometimes sailors call penalties, and other times they just let it go. And we can see the leaders, they have already went around that first mark on the downwind leg, and now they've went around the second. And number 67, Bouchard, is in first place. 105. Alex is in second place. As you can see, they're actually tacking at different times from port to starboard. That's where the strategy gets involved. The battle for second place is really getting intense. Number 05, if you see him, he went over to port tack as he's coming towards us. He has to avoid the other boat that was on starboard tack. The race is halfway over at this time. Remember, they're racing 2 laps. This is a beautiful lake at the villages. And I want to pass on from our Sail Wars team that everyone at this race was super nice. And also, as a reminder, if you have not subscribed to Sail Wars, please do so at this time, because we have more races that we covered at this event that will be posted soon, if they're already not posted. And of course, if you're ever curious, we have well over 100 videos, and you can look at them all on our playlist or individual video list if you go to our homepage on YouTube. Right now, number 67 is ahead by about 3 boat lengths. Here's number 405. He's coming around in second. Number 05, Dave, is in third place. Looked like he just got a puff. He may end up passing second place. Number 40, Peter, is in fourth place. Number 45, John, is in fifth place. And then we have a whole bunch of boats all jumbled up there going around that mark. So far, I don't see any collisions, but we may have one developing as they're getting really close in there. Let's go ahead and check back on the leaders. As you can see, there still is a good lead. Dave has went ahead and passed number 405 as I predicted. And he's got about a 1 boat length lead on him. But the real news here is number 67 is still way out in front. And Peter is catching up to the third place boat. By the way, for those of you that are new to the hobby, the internet is a great source to look up a local club near you. And of course, you can watch more of our videos to learn more about RC selling. As you can see, the EC12 boat is one of the bigger boats, and it is sure beautiful.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
EC12 sailors are some of the best in the world.
Move to your right a little bit.
I will. You seem to go back and forth.
It kind of drifts.
And look at that, they round that downwind mark. They're heading to the last mark before they head to home. And look at that, the gap between first and second place has really tightened up.
The first 6 boats are pretty well spread out. Too bad not jammed up.
And there he goes around the mark. Now all it is a race to the finish line.
Where's that me? I'm sorry. Give me AB.
AB, yes.
Acknowledge.
Can number 67 outwit number 05 Dave? When they tack is so very important, and right now going through their head is all kinds of strategy. Do I tack now? Do I stay leeward of him? Where do I put my boat so I have the best advantage coming across the line? And right now, number 67 actually is at a disadvantage because he is closer to the shore and he has to come back up to get across the finish line, which means traveling further. And did you see that? He came across on starboard while number 05 Dave was on port, and Dave had to avoid him, and that cost him a little bit. But coming out of these tacks, Dave is actually closer to that finish line. Yes, right there, those white marks right there, that is the finish line off to the right. And as you can see, Dave has taken over first place, and he's going to come across, and Dave wins the race. Amazing. And number 67, Richard, takes second. And look at how close this one is. Is he going to hit that mark? 'Cause if he hit the mark, it's big trouble. And Peter takes fourth place. And Alex takes fifth place. 405 had taken third. And as we can see, number 45, he's having to come up.
45.
He had to tack just across the line, and John ends up taking sixth place. And then look at this. As you can see, the first boat has a little bit of an edge on the others, but it's anybody's guess who finishes after that boat. And let's see, number 14 Alan takes seventh, and this is a close one. And number 99 Dave L takes eighth. Number 65 Tom takes ninth. Number 74 Scott G takes 10th.
88.
And number 88 Dom takes 11th.
17.
And number 217, a crowd favorite, Liz takes 12th. And number 126, Jim takes 13th. Congratulations to our winners. And here's our top 5.
Hi, I'm Don Hain. I'm the race director for this particular event here in the Villages. I'm also the Region 7 director for the AMYA. That's the American Model Yachting Association. It's a national organization to promote this very well-kept secret of radio-controlled sailing. I've sailed big boats all my life. I started crewing when I was about this tall on Snipes. I was fortunate one summer to sail on the American Eagle, a 12-meter, and when I was up in Lake Ontario. When I retired, I got down here, and I used to build half models for trophies for the big boats. And I stumbled into a model shop one day, and they had a whole lot of trains and a whole lot of airplanes. And there was one little half aisle of sailboats, and there was a Soling, which is a 1 meter long scale model of the former Olympic Soling, which is a 26-foot 3-man sailboat. And I said to the owner of the shop, I said, oh, I saw the insides of one of the radio control boats, and I had never seen that before. So I said, "What? These actually sail?" And he said, "Oh yeah." And he handed me a brochure. And he said, "There's 3 local clubs." So I said, "Well, I've got to investigate this." So I drove down to the one in Punta Gorda, not knowing it was the largest club in the country. And they were down there sailing in the rain. And I said, "These guys are crazy. I got to join them." So I said, I want to build a 12-meter. And they said, no. You want to buy a used boat. You want to learn there are differences between big boats and little boats. And you need to learn those and then go build, which I did, and which now I recommend to beginners. The other thing I found different was I thought I knew the racing rules up north. And down, we might discuss on the big boats for the next 10 minutes. We discussed the next buoy, what tactics we're going to use, we were going to change any sails. On little boats, you wait 10 minutes and the race is over. The rules happen, everything happens really fast. So that was where I had to learn quite a bit. But you meet some really interesting people. I've met a helicopter crash investigator, several doctors, lawyers, tool and die makers, a big boat designer, a couple of those, lawyers, tool and die makers, machinists, and some really great people. I met a fella in Punta Gorda that we got talking. I found out he was retired from the Coast Guard Academy, and he went to the academy the same year my best friend in high school went there. So I had to come to Florida, and about the next year at that regatta, the line judge and I were sitting there and we were talking, and he was an ophthalmologist, and he was the doctor of the guy that lived next door to me in the dorm. So I keep finding people all over the country that we all share in this. So it's a super sport, and there's many facets that you can get involved in. There's classes. There's 32 classes of boats, from a foot called the footy, all the way up to 9 feet, which is the scale model of the old J boats, which were 130 feet long, and they took 30 crew, which were paid back then. The owners were on the launch, and they watched their boats race up in New England. So you can buy them ready to sail, or anywhere in between. If you like making sails, if you like working with wood, you like working with fiberglass, or if you just want to race, there's a space for you in this sport.